Hello. In this video, we're going to walk through the steps of creating a job opening in VTHR. We'll also show you some helpful information available for hiring managers to plan for your recruitment and also walk you through the stages of recruitment in VTHR. And we'll also talk to you a little bit about what will happen next once you've submitted the job opening that you create. Before you even begin with your recruitment, it's helpful to know three pieces of information. One is the position number. You'll need that in order to create the job opening. You also need to know some special details about the position if they're applicable. For example, if it's a limited service position, you need to know the end date. You might also need to provide some information if it's a part-time position, what the hours of work are, anything that's special about this position that you need to call attention to for the human resource staff as we pick up the job opening from you. And finally, you'll also want to have an overview ready for the position. This helps to present the position to the public in the best possible light. To create a job opening, you need to log into your VTHR account. I'm logged in as Penny Pottingham, who's a hiring manager in the Agency of Human Services. Before I even begin, I'm going to show you how you can customize your view here in a way that you might find more useful. Penny's view is defaulted to a description of the menu features. If she wanted to personalize her content, she can click on the layout link and then she can select options here. She can change her layout to 2 columns if she wants to. She can keep them as 3 columns and she can change what she sees here. So for example, she can delete this description that she has here and she can choose to add a different view of the menu. And if she wanted to know what that menu looked like, as we're going to do here, she can click on the description and it'll pop up and show her the way that that layout would look to her if she selected that as her option. So I'm going to select main menu as my choice here and click on personalized layout. So the main menu is going to show in my center column. I could change it any way I wanted to. And now I have this new view of the navigation available to me in VTHR. So to create a job opening in VTHR, you go to Main Menu, Recruiting, and Create New Job Opening. So as I said, before you begin, you need to know the position number. Hopefully you already know what your business unit is. As I said, Penny works for the Agency of Human Services, so I'm going to choose that business unit. And I have to choose a job family here. I'm going to choose classified, which means this will be an open competitive recruitment. So choose classified competitive. And then I'm going to enter the position number. So its position number is correct here. It's 720045, and that is an Administrative Assistant B, so I select that. And then I tab, and the rest of the information will populate in this page. And then I click Continue. And I'm on the job opening details page now. And there's nothing here that needs to be changed. When you enter the position number, the rest of the information that's needed for the job opening details will automatically populate. If you don't have the position number before you begin, you should just wait and speak to your human resources administrator to find out what the position number is. So everything here looks correct. The only thing that you need to do on this screen is just verify that the information is what you would expect it to be. Correct pay grade, correct schedule type, full-time versus part-time, correct work location. If there's anything here that's not correct, you can save as a draft or cancel and check in with your human resources administrator before you proceed. So we verified everything on this page is accurate. Now we click the Hiring Team tab and we click Add Recruiter Team. And we check the box next to it. This is the only place where we add a team. And we click OK. And now we have to select a primary recruiter. So for this example, we're going to say that Gail Rushford is the primary recruiter. And then we add a hiring manager. And because I'm Penny Pottingham, I happen to know my own employee ID number. So I'm just going to click on this little icon here, look up hiring manager, and I'll enter the employee ID. and click Look Up. And then it provides me with Penny Pottingham's name. And I select it, and that information populates here, and it automatically checked Penny as the primary hiring manager. We really only recommend having one hiring manager entered here. If you need to add other people who have hiring manager access, you can do that under interested parties. We also want you to add your field HR staff, your HR administrator, as an interested party here. So we click on Add Interested Party, and I happen to know that my field HR is Carol Danvers, and I could either, if I wanted to look up Carol, I could click on the icon here as I did up in the hiring manager area and do search by name or ID, or I can just start typing Carol Danvers here, and the system starts to type ahead with me, and it will find the name that I'm looking for when I've filled in enough characters, assuming that there's only one Carol Danvers. So I select that name here, and then I tab, and it entered her employee ID number, so that's complete. Next, we click on the posting information, and that brings us to this tab. So I could do that down here or up here on the tabs. And then I click on Add Job Postings. And this is where we start to build the description of the job opening. Click on Not Visible, because what we're going to add here should be visible only to us as back behind the scenes users. If you click on these external, internal, or internal and external views, then that is information that is what shows on the website when we post the job opening. So we're going to click Not Visible, choose Other Information, choose Hiring Manager Notes, and then here's where you communicate any important information that we need to be aware of about the job opening when we pick it up from you. So is this position limited service? No. Is it interim? Nope. This is just a regular full-time job opening that's going to be permanently available. Does this position have multiple headcount? No, it does not. Do you want to post this position as open to all or state only or department only? In this example, we want this to be an open competitive recruitment, so I'm going to enter open competitive. Do you want to post for 10 business days or some period of time longer than that? So we have to post all open competitive job openings for a minimum of 10 business days. You might want to choose a longer period if you were planning to do some advertising, or if you thought that you were going to need your job opening out there for an extended period in order to develop a good candidate pool. In this example, we just want 10 days. Do you want to include an overview paragraph? If yes, place it in here. So yes, we do want to include an overview paragraph because that's what's going to give candidates a clear and distinct impression of what this job is all about. So I had my overview saved in a Word document on my desktop, and now I'm just going to copy it so that I can paste it into that hiring manager description box. So I copied it from my Word document. I now return to my hiring manager description box, and I simply paste it in. And now when your human resources staff comes to pick up the job opening from you, they can take this and copy and paste it into the description that will actually be made visible on the website. Do you want to include preferred qualifications? In this example, no, we don't, but if we did, that would be where we would paste them in here. This is an instruction that if you want to submit advertising, you can email it to the ad request folder. And if you need to call us, then here's our contact information. So we've added some notes, and now we click on OK, and we click Save and Submit. So you may have noticed in the upper right-hand corner, there's a spinning wheel that processes until the information is saved in the system, and then it brings us to the next page. So we now have this job opening in pending approval status, and we received a job opening ID that was assigned to the job opening when we clicked Save and Submit. And we're done with this phase. You now either can click on the Home to go back to the beginning of your menu and do more work in VTHR, or click on Sign Out. So we have a desk aid posted on our website that can walk you through all the same steps that I just showed you. You can print this out and keep it on your desk or in your resource materials if you want to. And it just shows you in printed form everything that we just went over. One of the things that's important to know is that we only want you to do the steps that we show here. You should not take any other actions in BTHR besides the ones that we've showed you here. Another document that we have available on our website is a pre-recruitment planning document. The first page is an overview of what we mean by pre-recruitment planning, provides you with some information about the candidate list that you'll get and any special steps that you need to take if you have special information about candidates on your job opening. And then there's a checklist for you to go through some of the planning steps. This checklist can be used by hiring managers or HR staff. So there's some important elements to consider here, including reviewing the job specifications before you even proceed with your recruitment to make sure that the minimum qualifications and description seem correct to you, to have your job overview, to know what you want to do in terms of any sort of preferred qualifications, consider your posting duration and the audience that you want to recruit to, and also your advertising options. And a third document that we have available for you is the recruitment checklist for hiring managers, which basically walks you through the tasks that you complete during the recruitment process. So the job opening in checklist form, these are the only steps that you need to do to create a job opening. You should not take any other steps on the job opening page. You'll get your routed candidate list about usually 1 to 2 days after the application deadline, and you should not pursue any candidates until you do have that list. You schedule the interviews and document who was offered an interview in BTHR, and then also use the system to forward your finalists to your HR staff in order to complete the job offer. So those are some of the planning tools that we have available for you. What will happen after you click Save and Submit on the job opening? You're the first step of the process. The next step is that it goes to your appointing authority for approval of the recruitment itself. It then goes to your HR administrator to complete some more work in the job opening to get it ready to post. And then the last step is that it comes to recruitment in order for recruitment to finalize the job posting and actually put it on the website. So once you've submitted the job opening, it goes to your appointing authority to approve. Human Resources staff will complete the process to post the job opening, and then you wait until the job opening has reached its application deadline phase. As I mentioned, all positions must be posted for a minimum of 10 business days. During that period, you can certainly look at the job opening, view the applicants that are coming in, but you should not take any action on that candidate list until you receive a routed candidate list from Human Resources by email. And you should not interview or select candidates if their name is not on that official routed candidate list. You have the opportunity to see everybody that's applied, but you should not take any action unless they are in what's called route status. And that will be evident to you on the list that you receive. And we'll review that in another training video. So that's it. You just have a few simple steps that you have to complete to initiate the job opening, and you have resources available to you to plan and prepare for that and walk you through the stages of the recruitment process. And if you need to reach Human Resources, you can call either your field HR staff or the recruitment office directly. Thank you.